Well, good morning, dear students. In last class, we have understood a traveler writing Japan and Brazil through a traveler's eye. Today, I have come back to discuss another essay, the chapter number 13, that is where there is a wheel. Where there is a wheel, it is written by Palagumi Sainath. P. shortly is known as P. Sainath, Palagumi Sainath, born in the year of 1957. Palagumi Sainath or P. Sainath is an Indian journalist who has been motivating especially the rural people and women through his writing. Is bringing the awareness of the people, rural people, and is motivating them then how to stand independently, how to lead their own life without dependence. This is an essay. Essay is derived from the Latin word called exile, derived from Latin word exasium, which means the presentation of a case. Where there is a will is an essay which is extracted from a book called Everybody Loves Good Draught. This is a collection of essay. Everybody Loves Good Draught is a collection of essays, a title of the book which has won Magsaysay Award. So Palagumi Sainath wrote this, and this essay is extracted from this book. So that is Everybody Loves Good Draught. Now it is essay is actually derived from Latin word called exasium. Exasium means, or essay means, a serious presentation of a case or an issue. When you see the title of the essay, where there is a wheel, we all remember a proverb that where there is a will, there is a way. That is an old proverb which we all know. That means where there is a will, there is a way. It means that a person must have strong dedication, hard work, willingness to do something so that he can reach his goal or aim. But here, this title you see, where there is a wheel. Here wheel means nothing but the wheel of the bicycle, wheel of the bicycle. That proverb, where there is a will, there is a way, but where there is a will, there is a freedom, there is independence, there is mobility. P. Sainath, as I said, that he always focuses on the rural affairs and rural life. He motivates women and he finds how women found their own way to keep their difficulties back. to come out from their difficulties, their problems, how rural women found their own way. That is nothing but the wheel, that is nothing but here cycle. The cycle stands as a symbol of freedom, independence and mobility, movement, progress. As I said, that here especially where there is a wheel in this essay, that there were more than 1 lakh women in the district called Pudukkottai. Pudukkottai. It is one of the poorest district in Tamil Nadu. So Pudukkottai is a district where you find where Saina, this essay it was written in the year of 1990. It was written in the year of 1990. It is about women, especially neo-literate women, neo means newly learned, neo-literate women who were the medium who were spreading or doing advertisements of literacy across the state in Tamil Nadu. So that has begun from the district called Pudukkottai. Pudukkottai is one of the poorest district in Tamil Nadu, where he found these rural women how they used this cycle wheel as a symbol of independence, mobility, freedom, and how it saved their life, how it saved their valuable time. So now let us understand this. So before that, we know that where there is a will, there is a way. That proverb is different. That where there is a will, there is an independence, there is a mobility, there is freedom. Now let us read and understand this essay, Where There Is a Will by P. Sainath. Pudukkottai, as I said that Pudukkottai in Tamil Nadu, cycling as a social movement. As you simply see the bicycle, which will have 2 wheels, it not only simply a cycle, but rather it stands as a social movement, a progress which brings change. Sounds far-fetched when you see cycling as a social movement. Sounds far-fetched. It is unconvincible. Far-fetched. Far-fetched means unconvincing. It's not easy to convince. It's not easy to accept. But here, the cycle is a cycling as a social movement. Sounds far-fetched. It may not be acceptable. It may not be convincible. It is unconvincing, perhaps. But not all that far. Not all tens of thousands of neo-literate rural women in Pudukkottai district. This cycling actually stands as a social movement. Generally, if you see, is cycling as a social movement, it may not acceptable or it may not convincible. But when it comes to the women, 1 lakh women, rural women or neo-literate women in Pudukkottai district of Tamil Nadu, actually that is true, that cycling is a social movement. Of course it is. It happens in Pudukkottai district, but generally if you say, so nobody will accept that cycling is a social movement, but in Pudukkottai district that truly happened, that is true. People find ways, sometimes curious ones. People striving hard, working hard to come out of their difficulties, their problems, their troubles. People have been finding their own ways to win the battle of life or to face the challenges, difficulties, problems, and they find curious ones, interesting ones. People find ways, sometimes curious ones, of hitting out of their backwardness, of expressing defiance. Defiance means refusal to obey or disobedience. So here what P. Sainath tells is that people find their own ways to keep their backwardness, to come out, to grow, or to face their backwardness, their problems, difficulties, troubles. They find their own ways, but sometimes curious one expressing defiance, then expressing defiance of hammering at the fetters. Hammering at the fetters means the chain of problems. The problems will come one after one. The difficulties will come one by one. The chain they break by hammering, by hitting. What? By hitting, hammering on the chain they break. They successfully face the problems and difficulties, troubles, and they win. And that is how they find their ways to deal with these kinds of troubles in their life. Of expressing defiance, of hammering at the fetters that hold them. Who the problems never allow the people to grow, to lead their life, and they have to hammer, they have to beat, they have to break this chain of problems, and they find their own ways. In this way, P. Sainath tells that the women in Pudukkottai district found their own way to hit their problems, to keep their backwardness, come forward, to lead their life independently, not depending on anyone. So he is, through this essay, so that what happens, he keeps before the reader that how rural women, especially neo-literate women in Pudukkottai district, how they were successfully so broke that chain of problems, difficulties by cycling, which is a social movement. Especially, it is a social movement in the district of Pudukkottai. So now let us go ahead. Let us move now. In this one of India's poorest district, cycling seems the chosen medium for rural women. So rural women, as I said, that they were trying to find their own ways to keep their backwardness, to come out, to face the problems, difficulties. They have chosen cycling. Cycling they have chosen as a medium for rural women. During the past 18 months, over 1 lakh rural women, most of them neo-literates, have taken to by cycling as a symbol of independence, freedom, and mobility. So cycling stands as a symbol of independence, freedom, and mobility. Mobility means movement, growth, movement, we say. That taken to bicycling as a symbol of independence, freedom and mobility. So mobility means able to move. Able to move. So here cycling stands as a symbol of independence, freedom and mobility. When you see, as he has mentioned, this Pudukkottai is one of the poorest district, backward district in India, not in Tamil Nadu, in the country India. Pudukkottai considered as one of the poorest district. In that district, nearly more than 1 lakh women chosen this cycling as a symbol of independence, freedom and mobility, which makes them to lead their life independently, and they have time freedom, and at the same time they can grow, they can move from place to place, they can save their valuable time. If we exclude girls below 10 years of age, it would mean that over 1/4 of all rural women here have learned cycling. So if you exclude the girls who were below 10 age, and almost 1/4 of the women learned cycling in Pudukkottai district. If we exclude girls below 10 years of age, it would mean that over 1/4 of all rural women here have learned cycling, and over 70,000 of these women have taken part in public exhibition contests. Exhibition contest. So these neo-literate women, not only they learned themselves cycling, at the same time they have become medium for spreading. They have become a medium for spreading. They are the spreading factors to learn cycling, and how cycle stands as a symbol of independence, freedom and mobility, and cycle makes women to lead their life independently. And more than 70,000 women participated in this exhibition contest. In that exhibition, already newly learned women were training others who were interested to learn cycling, and over 70,000 of these women have taken part in public exhibition contests to proudly display their new skills. And still the training camps and desire to learn continue. Training camps. Dear students, what happened here in this essay, that it tells later, as you see that there were more than 1 lakh women who already learned cycling, and among them there were few, if you exclude the girls who were below 10 age, but almost 70,000 women who learned cycling and who participated in public exhibition contests. And at the same time, what happened, there have been training camps opened. So they wanted to spread the awareness, the importance of learning cycle, which is the symbol of independence, freedom and mobility. What happened, almost all the women, so as 70,000 women who took part in the exhibition contest, then they started training camps and new learners, and they were interested to exhibit their new skill of learning cycle through their advertisements. They started spreading awareness, and they were attracted by the new learners, and there were number of women who started taking training in the training camps, and they were also started learning this new skill, that is cycling. And still the training camps and desire to learn continue, so that they had desire, they were very much interested to learn cycling. As I said, that it is written in the year of 1990, that almost 30 years back, then the women were not having any rights or freedom to go out of the home. At that time, what happened? These women started learning. So especially these new learner, neo literates, what happened? They started training them. They opened training camps. Then all the women were desired to learn cycling, and which stands as the symbol of independence, freedom, and mobility. In the heart of rural Pudukkottai, young women zip along the roads on their bicycles. Zip means move rapidly. Move rapidly. So, in the heart of rural Pudukkottai district, young women zip along the roads on the bicycles. What happened? These women started exhibiting. They were riding the bicycles on the road, and that was the most attractive. New learners started attracted by that learning cycling. Zamila Bibi, here he gives some names of the cyclists. That Zamila Bibi. Zamila Bibi. Zamila Bibi, who has taken to cycling, told me it's my right. It's her opinion. Zamila Bibi tells before P. Sainath, when he interacted with her, she kept her opinion. She said that it's my right. We can go anywhere. Now I don't have to wait for a bus. I know people made dirty remarks when I started cycling, but I paid no attention. This is very important. It's not only with women, any person who does any new activities, and in the beginning he has to face so many dirty remarks, comments from other people, but one should not pay attention towards them. And that's what Zamila Bibi did here, and she tells that that was her right. That was her right. She could go anywhere. We can go anywhere. No, now I don't have to wait for a bus. No, before they were waiting to move from one place to another. They were depending on the buses, and now she need not to depend on anyone. She can go her own because it was her right. As she says that it was her right. She could go anywhere, and then onwards she need not to depend on any bus. I know people made dirty remarks, filthy remarks. People started, passing bad comments because people, especially men, hardly accept this kinds of new skill. Where especially women who come out of the houses and started, moving on their own by cycle, and men could not, easily accept that. Then they started passing dirty remarks, passing bad comments. I know people made dirty remarks when I started cycling, but I paid no attention. Zamila Bibi clearly said that it is my right. It was her right, and she could go anywhere, and then she need not to depend on anyone. And even she knew that people made dirty remarks, but she did not pay any attention towards them because she wanted to learn, and she wanted to train other women who were interested in learning cycle. Fatima is a secondary school teacher. Next, Fatima. Fatima is a secondary school teacher, so addicted to cycling that she hires a bicycle for half an hour each evening. She cannot yet afford to buy one each cost over 1200. So at that time the rate of the cycle was 1200. Even though Fatima was a secondary school teacher, she was not able to buy cycle, but she was addicted. She was very much interested in riding cycle, and every evening she used to hire cycle or half an hour. Cycling that she hires a bicycle for an half an hour each evening, she said, there is freedom in cycling. We are not dependent on anyone now. depend on anyone now. Earlier they were depend on their family members, but now they were not at all depend on anyone. Now we are not depend on anyone. Now I can never give up this. Fatima says that she doesn't want to leave that learning cycle or writing cycle, because which gave her freedom, independence. Zamila, Fatima and their friend Awakani. So these are the characters you should remember. Awakani. So Zamila Bibi, Fatima and Awakani are the friends who already learned cycling and who wanted to train others, new learners. I can never give this up. Jamila, Fatima and their friend Awakani, all in their early 20s, have trained scores of other young women from their community in the art of cycling. So these three women, not only they learned cycling and they were interested to train other women, particularly in their community, because they knew the importance of cycling and how it gave them freedom and how it saves their valuable time. So they too wanted others also to learn cycling, and then they started, they learned at the age of 20. In their 20s only they learned cycling, and these are only called neoliterates who newly learned. And after learning, what happened? Then they started training camps, then they spreaded this awareness of learning cycle, which gave them independence and which saved their time. All in their 20s have trained scores of other young women from their community in the art of cycling. They involved others also, they involved and they attracted, and they asked them to learn cycling, because that makes them independent, that gives them complete freedom, and that makes them to save their valuable time. Cycling has swept across this district. Now what happened? Before it was considered, especially in the art of learning cycling, that swept this district. Swept means what? Moving, quickly growing. That is now progress. That is now, it is forward district now in cycling. Cycling has swept across this district. Women agricultural workers, quarry laborers and village health nurses are among its fans. Not only after learning these three women, as I said that they started training other women from their own community, then spreaded across the district Pudukkottai. Then not only these, and there came many, especially agricultural women, the women who were working in the field, who were doing their agricultural tasks, they were among the fans, and quarry laborers, an open pit, it's mining where the laborers are working in that, those women also, and village health nurses who have to go from one place to another, they were also fans. They were also fans of learning the cycling, or among its fans, joining the rush are Balwadi and Anganwadi workers. So here we were learning there, agricultural women, quarry cutters, quarry laborers, and Balwadi and Anganwadi. So here these are the local words, like Balwadi means preschool. So Anganwadi means a child care school, you can say child care point where before going to school the children were taken care by some workers there. So Anganwadi, that is Balwadi. Balwadi means preschool, and Anganwadi means child care school, child care place where children parents used to leave their children in that camp where these children were taken care by the workers of Anganwadi. So these were all the fans, fans of learning cycling. So village health nurses were also there. Its fans joining this rush Balwadi and Anganwadi workers, jump cutters, stone cutters, jump cutters, and school teachers. Not only agricultural women, quarry laborers, Balwadi and Anganwadi workers, and at the same time jump cutters and school teachers. So all and sundry, all the women were attracted by these neoliterates and who learned, and later they opened the training camps, and these all women started learning cycling because they felt that is a new skill. They want to exhibit, they want to experience what is the means of independence, freedom, and then they involved in learning cycling. And Gram Sevikas and mid-day meal workers are not far behind. Gram Sevikas means self who voluntarily works for society. There are Gram Sevikas or rural child cares they are, and Gram Sevikas and mid-day meal workers are not far behind. So here, what are the who are the women who learned here cycling, who were interested in learning cycling? These are all neo-literate women. They started learning that agricultural women, quarry laborers, Balwadi, Anganwadi workers, and jump cutters, school teachers, village nurses, and later he tells that Gram Sevikas and mid-day meal workers all were attracted learning cycle, and they were very much interested. They were desired to learn this new skill, which was trained by neo-literate who already learned cycling. The vast majority are those who have just become literate. Now these learning, majority of these women, majority of the learner were already literate. They were literate who know reading and writing. They were already literate. The vast majority are those who have just become literate. The district vigorous literacy. Vigorous means strong and healthy. Strong and healthy. So he says that the district vigorous literacy drive led by Arivoli Iyakam. So here he tells that Arivoli Iyakam, it's a movement. Arivoli Iyakam. Arivoli Iyakam is a light of knowledge movement has been quick to tap this energy. Every one of the neo-literate, neo-cyclist women I spoke to saw a direct link between cycling and her personal independence. So P. Sainath tells that not only he has seen and he interacted with them, and he heard few women who directly told them that there is a link between between cycling and her personal independence. The woman who learn cycling, she has complete independence and freedom and mobility. She can go wherever she wishes, and she need not to depend on anyone else. So here, this was a movement, a knowledge. Arivoli Iyakam means a light of knowledge movement has been quickly to tap this energy. So anyone could easily notice that how women were vigorous, they were healthy and strong to learn this cycling. Every one of the neo-literate, neo-cyclist women I spoke to saw a direct link between cycling and her personal independence. When these women have come out as a neo-literate, neo-cyclist who enthusiastically spoken with P. Sainath, and they told that there is a direct link between learning cycle and as well as their personal independence. The main thing said N. Kannamal. So here another character N. Kannamal. So the main thing said N. Kandamal, Arivoli central coordinator and one of the pioneers of cycling movement. So here Kandamal is one of the one of the coordinator of this movement. Arivoli Iyakam's movement's coordinator. Who coordinator is N. Kandamal, he said. The main thing said N. Kandamal, Arivoli central coordinator and one of the pioneers of cycling movement. He was the beginner who started this spreading cycling, and he was the pioneer, and as well as he was one of the central coordinator of this Arivoli Iyakam camp. Was the confidence it gave women, very importantly, it reduced their dependence on men. So true, this is very much true, that as Kandamal said, that the important thing, the reason behind learning cycle is that it gave them a lot of confidence. So they gained, by learning cycle, by cycling, they gained confidence, and very importantly, it reduced their dependence on men. So as we all know that almost women will be depend on men. That too, 3 decades back we are talking about the district of Pudukottai in Tamil Nadu, that women were depend on men, and after learning this cycling, what happened, they are dependent, then they were not at all depending on men. So it boosts their confidence, they were so confident and bold enough, and at the same time, very importantly, it reduced their dependence on men. Now we often see a woman doing 4 kilometers stretch on her cycle to collect water, sometimes with her children. This is the most spectacular scene. This is the most dramatical scene one could see on the streets of Pudukottai district, that a woman herself carries 4 pots of water on a cycle, and she goes 4 kilometers long and drinks water, and sometimes with her child. 4 kilometers stretch on a cycle to collect water, sometimes with her children. Even carting provisions from other places can be done on their own. Sometimes what happens in rural, women or men used to bring waters in the bulla cart, that is doing its part. It's not telling that, but they were using this cycle to bring goods from one place to another, especially talking about the water here. But believe me, women had to put up with vicious attacks or vicious attacks means here violent attack. Not only these men started passing dirty remarks, filthy remarks, bad comments, sometimes they started scaring them. Then vicious attacks on their characters. When this began, so many made filthy remarks. Filthy means dirty remarks. But Arivoli gave cycling social sanction, so women took it. So what happened? These women, yet they did not pay their attention towards them, even though there were vicious attacks, means violent, and then these women were suspected. Then these women were had bad remarks, filthy remarks, comments from men, but they did not pay their attention. Rather, they were involved. They were showing their interest in learning cycle. But believe me, women had to put up with vicious attacks on their characters when this began. So when they started doing their own everyday tasks by going alone on cycle and doing, and these men started passing filthy remarks and having vicious attacks on them, on their character especially. So many made filthy remarks, but Arivoli gave cycling social sanction, so women took to it. Social sanction, they even sanctioned. It was a social movement, as I said, that women were interested learning cycling rather than listening the filthy remarks of the men. Early among them, Kannammal herself, though a science graduate, she had never mustered the courage to cycle earlier. So here it takes, so N. Kannammal, she was not only the coordinator of the Arivoli Iyakam camp, and she was one of the science graduate. She was the science graduate. Early among them, Kannammal herself, though a science graduate, she had never mustered. Mustered means gathered or having. Mustered courage. Even though this Kannammal was a science graduate and she was not there to learning cycle at the beginning, she was also not, she did not muster the courage to learn cycling, and later she learned, and then she started opening training camps, and especially this Arivoli Iyakam knowledge movement, light of knowledge movement, when she has begun this and she was the coordinator of this camp, then women started showing more and more interest in learning cycling. So in today's class we have come to know that how Pudukkottai district, which is considered one of the poorest and backward district in India, where more than 1 lakh women learned cycling, and then they started training camps, and who believed that cycle, which stands as the symbol of freedom, independence and mobility, then these neo-literates women, they become the spreading factors, and they started doing advertisements, and they wanted to reach that cycling to every nook and corner of the district, and they wanted all the women to learn, because they knew the importance of cycling, which reduced and which boost their confidence, and at the same time that reduced their dependence on men, and they used the cycle for their day-to-day other activities. They used to bring water from by cycle, and this, even though observing all this, men started passing filthy remarks, dirty remarks, bad comments, but these women were intended, they were very much interested in learning cycle, so that they did not pay their attention. Here you should remember the names of the places, Pudukkottai, and some characters here, Jamila Bibi, Fatima, and N. Kannammal, Avakandi, and these are the women who took leadership and who were the leaders, and then first they learned cycling, then they started opening training camps, and then they started training women. And who were the women who were the fans of learning cycling? Were agricultural women, quarry laborers, balwadi anganwadi workers, and jump cutters, village nurses and school teachers. These were the women who were the fans of learning cycle. So in next class we continue this essay. So I hope that you have understood the first part of the essay. In next class I do continue this essay, where there is a wheel by Balamuni Sainath. Thank you.